Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. It's lovely to have you with me again. Today we've got another Crafty Christmas in July 24, which Teri over in Sweet Pea Papers hosts, and I've got a couple of housekeeping bits before we get on, and I'm not singing today. You'll be pleased about that. First of all, below this video you'll find a list of all the collaborators. Go along, have a look at their videos, get some ideas, and then make your own bit. If you make your own thing, Christmas thing, you can make as many or as few as you wish. You can enter them into a draw. Here's the details of the draw. Post your pictures of your Christmas projects using the hashtag Crafty Christmas July 24 in the Facebook groups, and that is Sweet Pea Papers or Junk Journal Tutorials and More. You get one entry for every post, and you can post as many times as you like, and you can post both groups. The next slide is a big thank you and shout out to the designers who have given us papers to use, as collaborators papers to use, and thank you to all of them. This is the kit we're using today. And this kit is from Stacy at Crafty Dragon Creations. So we have some lovely plaids to start with. We've got it in green and blue. And this is the black one. This isn't the red one. This is the black one. This I've done in 4. We've then moved on to these ones. These are glitter backgrounds. I've done these as 4 smaller ones because these are real ink gobblers, and I don't think I'll be using more than a little bit, so I just thought I'd do those ones in 4, and these 2 are in half because there's 6 of the and then we have snowflakes, and I've got these printed on, these 2 printed on. I'm not sure why that's my printer, not Stacy's pattern. I'm maybe running out of a colour. I need to go and check my printer. That's yellow and green. It might be the yellow I'm running out of actually. And see, I think I've got some of these in the wrong order. There's also red and blue, and these are ink guzzlers as well, but I'm likely to use them, so I'm okay about that. Then we've got some pattern pages, and this one is got poinsettia and ferns on. This one's got owls and Christmas trees on. This one's got parcels and candy canes and Santa hats on. Love this one. This is a kind of retro one. This is very different from everything else in the kit, but love it. This one's got penguins and igloos and Christmas trees. This one has bells and Christmas stockings. More penguins and igloos and snowmen, and again 2 different penguins on that one. More penguins. I think Stacy likes penguins. And snowflakes. More penguins and wreaths and a wee collection of poinsettias. 2 different penguins in this one. Then we have these poinsettias and berries and holly and mistletoe. So that is the kit. The one colour you haven't seen is the red plaid. You've seen everything else. So now I'm going to show you the red plaid. So here is the red sheet made up already into the make that I'm going to take you through today. Now, I'm aware, and I wasn't aware of this until relatively recently, that for some of you, you won't have a clue what this is, and yet this is must have in this country at Christmas time. This is a Christmas cracker, and traditionally they used to be on tables, but now they're used as decoration. I put them on my tree sometimes. You kind of pile them up, but they're still around, and whenever you go out for a meal at Christmas time, there is a Christmas cracker. There's some traditions with Christmas crackers that I'm going to show you about, and we're going to make, and there's stuff that is developed over the years. But let's have a wee look at this. It's made from a sheet of the red plaid. We've got ribbon closures here and here. We've got a wee cluster using some fabric. This is using a EK stamp, and that's the green glitter card, and then there's little gems on it and a crystally star. Then this was cut out of one of the papers, just one of the images on one of the papers, and I've just, I don't know if I try and catch it, can you just see it glinting there? That's good old Ewell place, thanks Jodie. Then this around the bottom, this hasn't worked quite as well as I'd hoped it might. This is actually the gold glitter on clear sheets of labels, and I've cut it into strips, but it doesn't show terribly well around here and here, but it's still nice. It's just not quite what I was expecting. And crackers have this in, it's called a snap, and it's 2 bits of card and a bit of paper, and underneath here are a bit like a match, and they get put inside the cracker, and then when you pull the cracker, this makes a snapping sound. You can see the 2 bits that rub together to do that. I haven't put one in here. I decided I wasn't putting a snap in at all. There is a tradition where people go bang anyway when they pull the cracker. But what you do is you pull the cracker, one person and another person, and you pull the cracker, and out falls on the floor 3 things. One is a very bad joke. What do you get if Santa goes down the chimney when it's on fire? Crisp Kringle. One is a wee gift, and in this case it's a little notebook that says, "May you know the full love, joy, peace of Christmas time," and it's got a wee parcel on the top cut out again from one of the background paper, one of the Christmas papers. And again, I've put my glacial paste on it, and you get a hat, and this is made out of tissue paper, thicker tissue paper than the kind, you know, the thin kind, and it's traditional that it probably doesn't fit on everybody's head, and I've printed on rice paper with the snowflake, and then afterwards you have journal fodder, look, because you can still take that cluster off. You've got bits of ribbon, you've got bits of paper card, you can do things in your journal with. So you have journal fodder, your family, your guests have a wee gift, a hat to wear, and a really bad joke, because it's traditional to have a really bad joke. You can also, though, this is the kind of traditional, and it would have the snap in it, but you've got various other options. This is that other paper, and it wouldn't have really gotten, in my thinking, it wouldn't really have suited being a cracker with the paper going up and down that way, but going up and down this way it does. And you can have smaller crackers. You can even get them tiny little crackers, but these smaller crackers are sometimes referred to as dinner crackers. All I've done is printed them off and made them up. I haven't filled them or done all the bits on them yet. These are often referred to as dinner crackers because they maybe have a little chocolate in, and you have them at the end of the meal. You get the crackers out. Crackers tend to be cracked at the beginning of the meal because you then wear your hat for the whole of your Christmas dinner. But these ones tend to be given out with coffee at the end of the meal, have a chocolate in, sometimes a wee miniature of whiskey or something inside them, sweets for the children. The other thing you can do is, if it's a small gift, you know, if you're giving somebody a small gift, then you could put a small gift in here. I'm going to clear all this away. I'm going to make a green one this time. Made the red one, I'm going to make a green one. But you could use any of the papers that are in Stacy's Christmas paper kit. What you will need, however, is a template, and I have provided this template free, so all you do is you print out the paper you want, and then on the back of the paper print out this template. Now you might be looking and saying, that looks very complicated. I'm not doing that. I promise you it isn't as complicated as it looks. Let us start by taking off that edge there, and these are the tabs with which you're going to close the cracker. So let's start by taking off that edge there, Teri. So we just take that whole strip off there. That was easy enough. Then, right, and then stay on your line, but don't take off your tabs. Right, and then go the whole way down this one. Of course, you could just cut it with a pair of scissors, and then you just want to cut round these bits, and this is for your tabs, and make sure you cut in there to create that bit, because that's what's going to hold your cracker together. If you don't create that bit in there, you will suffer. Your cracker will want to pop open on you. Then what you want to do is cut out that one, that one, that one, and that one. You need to cut these bits out. Now, I've had to correct this because I drew it wrong on here. You have it correct now on the one you have, but I didn't have it correct on the one I had. So that's why I'm not sticking to the lines. Please stick to the lines of the one you've got, or you'll have trouble keeping your cracker shut. And then make sure you do because these two lines down this way are what's going to hold your tab in place. Then what you're going to do is you're going to fold this, and this is where you want, so you want that line and that line and that line and that line meeting. And then you want to crease that down nicely, and when you pull the cracker, that's where it bursts, so you want to actually make this a weak point. So then turn it over the other side and do it again, really firm, really firm. Then turn it back and do it a third time. And then if you thought you were going to have to, you can then just cut these out as triangles. The same on that side. Use your bone folder or a bit of your finger hole of your scissors, or that one clearly hasn't printed quite straight because that's not, oh yeah, glue stick, anything at all, just to get that a nice crisp line and weaken the paper slightly. And then cut all these ones out. So we've done that. The next thing we need to do is score And what we want to do is we want to score here, here, here and here. You need to score there so that then when you, where's the wee ones? You want to score so that when you pinch that in, you've still got a nice crisp shape. It was quite common for us to get toilet rolls and just use crepe paper and toilet rolls and use the toilet roll for the structure there. But so that's why we're going to score. I think it helps if you know why you're doing it, and then you understand what I'm telling you better. Or maybe you won't. So what we want to do, and why I haven't actually put a score line down, is rather than sort of sitting there going, oh, it needs to be scored at that, what you need to do is you need to line up the edge, and this is a reason why you wanted to get these correctly, your edge of this bit and the edge of this bit, so that that's sitting on a hill on your, and then there's the valley that you'd score down, and you would just want to score down that valley. Then you want to do the same thing with the next one. So you want it sitting at the very edge of the mountain, and then you score down the valley. If you've got it tight up against the top, then you're more likely to get it on in a straight line. So, and then score down the valley. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to fold that way. Then you want to fold back, so you have your teeth, as it were, and then fold on the other way. So you've got it, your teeth are the inside there. Let's do the same the other side. So white side up, or you could put a backing on if you wanted. Fold along the first one, fold your teeth back, and then fold back on there along your score line. There we go, and that means that you've now got the substrate of your cracker. Now it's much easier, clearly, to decorate this before you put it together, so let's do some decorating. I have here, I have bits and pieces I've cut out. Oh, I printed on this. This is, rather than on this clear tape, I also printed some on some ordinary tape. Now the thing you've got to watch with this is don't cover up your flap, so you can put it either below your flap or short. You could use ribbon at this point. You could use material at this point. You don't need to use sticker. You could paint a line. You could get out some, I don't know. I quite like the fact this is wishing you a Merry Christmas. And I think the other one, I only stamped on the one of them. You could stamp on these. You can stamp on whatever you want on them. You can, of course. We were asked not to mix match kits, but I've got the stickers that I made for the last kit. You could use those, or you could use stickers you already have, or you could use make your own stickers. You can do whatever you want. You don't need to have a bit of long hair at all. You could put a bit of lace. Right down the parcel. Right. Snowman. He's got a very strange hat. Or is he, wait, it is a hat, isn't it? Very strange hat he's got on him. Let's get. Right, going to use Frostbite glacial paste. I'm going to use it with a brush. And we're going to. Thank you, Jodie. Every time I'm using this, I thank Jodie because Jodie's got something new to make me want this year. And I kind of wish I already had it for Mr. Snowman. She's got diamond dust. And it's all sparkly. It's lovely on the snow. And it'd be lovely on this snowman. And now let's use some red. This is the one I used for the parcel or the bow on there, and the parcel on the book there. I'm now going to use it for his scarf and hat. Let's give that a wee moment to set and I'll show you how to do the hat. The hat is so simple. Right, first thing I want to do is just trim this off, because so fold it in half long ways. Right, then fold it in half. Then fold it in half. Then fold it in half. Then you've got your open end and you've got your closed end. And I didn't fold that in half, so that was really bad folding in half. So I'm just going to cut that along there so that when I make the hat, it's the same height the whole way round. So you've got your open end, this end's closed, and you're going to take from, there you go, see, from that corner there down. Now you can do it straight. That's the traditional hat shape, like a crown, or you can do it whatever you want. So you're just going to take that corner off, making sure that you cut the corner off so you end up with those bits all joined together like a little flag. And then when you open it out, you will have the two pieces that then make up your hat, and you just want to put a little line of glue down here, or you can use double-sided tape for this as well if you want. Line of glue down there. Oh, that was a bit much glue, wasn't it? And a line of glue down this one. And we'll let that dry. And that's basically your hat, and then you fold it back up exactly the same way for it to go in your cracker. is Snowman dry? He is indeed. So let's get this back over. And let's stick him on there. Right, let's let him set. Now, you've got your hat, you've got your joke. Well, you haven't got your joke, that was from that one, wasn't it? I have here, as another freebie for you, a whole page of jokes for Christmas crackers. Now, the big thing about Christmas cracker jokes are they're supposed to be cringeworthy. The same jokes appear year in, year out, so you don't need to think, oh, where am I going to get the jokes? You can make your own jokes if you want. If you want traditional Christmas cracker type jokes, then this is the kind of thing. Did you hear about the cat who swallowed a ball of wool? She had mittens. Yay! Okay. Stamped a snowflake on that one. Let's stamp this gingerbread. So we've got our joke, we've got our hat, that's for inside. The other thing was let's get that out of the way. I did a little book for this one. Here it's here. You don't need to do this, you can do whatever you want. As I say, you could put some candy in. You can get the small candy canes and put them in. This is just a bit of 6x6 paper that's got some kind of Christmassy words on it. Fold it in half. Unfold it. Take the edge and fold it into that centre line. Take the other edge and fold it into that centre line. Unfold it, turn it around 90 degrees and fold it in half the other way. There'll be lots of you that know exactly how to do this, so just go scooting right on past. This is for the one person who might not know how to do it, so they then know how to do it as well. Fold it into the centre line. And fold this one into the centre line. So you've now got, I'm showing you this side because it's slightly easier to see on the plain side. So you've now got 4x4 squares, 4x4. And what you're going to do is, let me just get a pencil out. What you're going to do is you're going to cut up through this bit here, past 3 squares and stop at that square. Then you're going to turn your paper all the way around. You're going to cut all the way up the centre line. 1, 2, 3 squares and then stop at the final square. And then you're going to turn back and do the same all the way up. 1, 2, 3 and stop at that junction with, oops, which is there. Stop at the junction with that square. So we're going to cut, stop at that last one. So you've got that. And what you want to do is you want to start by folding in the way and then fold out the way, then fold in the way. Then take this and fold it down onto the next line. Then zigzag fold till you get to the next one, fold it down, zigzag fold, and fold it down. So every time you've got two at the end of a line, you're putting them together, and it means you have a white and a white, and you have all those inside, or you have them all white that side. But we don't want the white, we want these ones. So what you're now going to do is take your glue and, ignoring the first white, you're going to be sticking down all these pages together. So that's your first white. No stick on that one, stick on that one, stick that together. Then this is the one that is in the corner, going around the corner, so you're sticking those two together. Then next two, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now you might find you end up with a lot of glue out, so just clean off your glue, and then what you want to do is just fan it all out like this to let it set. Right, let's go back to this, which will have now dried, and we're going to put it together. So starting with your center one, just gently bend it round and slip from the outside, slip your tab in the slit you made. And there seems to be, there we go, wasn't quite, I think it was the bit glue, wasn't it? Right, and it just sits in there. Right, so that's, now what I've done this time is, because I've stuck it down, this one I didn't stick the tree down, because I've stuck it down, it's, so you just need to gently squeeze to make your image go round. Can you see the oh, I should have put it the right way up. Can you see the difference there? That one I didn't stick it down, so it stands flat. This one you've got it going round, hugging round. Then let's put on the bottom one. So exactly the same, slide your tab through, and what you will need to do is you'll need to put your hand in maybe and just straighten it, because sometimes the bit, that bit down there, I'm going to take that out and explain. Sometimes this corner here gets caught and it ends up sitting at an angle, but as long as you've got your wee cut back, you should be able to hold it. So let's put, again, this round one just needs just taken round because it's rounder than the thing. Last time I put the ribbon, this time I've got some of this. I'm going to use some of this to tie up. You can use elastic, you can use anything you want to tie this up. You could use a bit of material. You could use some wool if you've got some kind of Christmassy wool. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put this bell on. That's got a wee bell on it there. Now we can't do the top one until we've got the bits, because this is where you feed in your items. So let's have a look and see how this is doing. Yep, and this time I'm going to use this bit of paper rather than the fabric, because you don't need to use the fabric, you can use a bit of paper. And I'm sitting here thinking, I don't want to, I'm going to leave that wider, but I do want to cover this I could cover it with some paper, or I could just cover it with some ink, and I'm going to cover it with some ink, I think. I'm going to use some, because it's green cracker, I'm going to use some of this cottage ivy. There we go. Just going to leave that to dry and tidy up, and I'll be back and we'll finish off. So let's finish this off. I've stuck one of the cutouts on the front of this, the wee booklet, and behind it I've stuck a bit of the same twine that I'm using on the cracker, just so this one's slightly different. It's closed up, while the other one wasn't closed and had writing in it, like a wee message in it. This one's blank, so somebody can write their own wee message in it. So let's put the hat, the joke. The jokes actually are usually folded up, so you open them up and wonder which joke you've got. And the gift, in which this case it's a wee book, and we'll put that in the cracker. There we go. And then we'll slip the wee tab in the slot and just pull it up so that it's caught. And then we'll get some of this twine. There we go. And that's this cracker. And we pulled apart this cracker so I could show you how it worked. This one we used, so you've got these bits that you can then use in your journal or to make something else after Christmas, for next Christmas, whatever. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and found something that you might want to try. If you look down below, you'll see the other collaborators. Please go and join them. You'll see the list of those that have donated kits. You'll also see, if you scroll right down to the bottom, there's a lot of verbiage till you get to my bit. Right down at the bottom, you'll see a link to my Ko-fi shop and to my Instagram account. And in the Ko-fi shop, you will find the sheet of Christmas jokes if you're looking for them, and why wouldn't you be? And if you will also find the template for making your crackers, and you can make the big one in the size that you get, and all you need to do is shrink it down to half size, and you can make small crackers. And if you shrink it down to quarter size, you could make quarter size crackers. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, take care, keep crafting. Bye for now.